Hey, can you remember? Can you remember last week that I was showing you what I'd done with the with that, yeah, okay. And I said also that I'd done some 3D printing to help me make some of the scale scene stuff. Well, that's what I've been doing during the week, plus a few other bits and pieces, mainly on the plastic machine, but it has helped. It has helped quite a bit to be able to get the new railway rolling a bit. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to show you what I've done with the scale scenes plus plastic, and we'll take it from there. I'll show you a few other bits. Right, these here are the scale scenes arched retaining wall. So I downloaded the kit, as it were, you know, which is a load of PDFs, A4 PDFs. I printed them out, those that I needed, but not all of them. Now, scale scenes products, when you build them, either require ordinary paper, so that's, what's that, 80 grams, 80 gram paper. Some of it would necessitate about 140 gram paper. And then you get onto the card, of which there would be two thicknesses. One would be 2mm and the other would be 1mm. And you stick them all together to make your whatever it is you're making. Now, there's a guy on Maker World, which is one of the 3D printing sites. He hasn't got a name, he's got a user number, 273016376. And if you forget that number, just put scale scenes in the search engine on Maker World, and it'll come up with different other bits and pieces as well as this one. What it is it's just replacing the cardboard with some plastic. I'll show you how it works. Right, first off, where are we? This is one of the bits that you print, okay, on the 3D printer. Now that, I'll just go and get my ruler. That is 2mm thick there. In total, that is 8mm there, okay? So this bit thickness here is 8mm. So this top bit, the bottom bit would obviously be one 2mm thick piece of card. And if that's 8, then that is 6mm of card. So that's 3 layers of card glued together and stuck onto that to make it 8. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3, that's 15 bits of card you have to cut out, stick together to make it, to make that. Which is a lot of work and enough ruin your hands and your knives. So having a 3D printer to be able to print that out is brilliant. And the other things that you print out as well, he gives you the downloads, are the buttresses, which is what that is there. And whilst I'm showing you that, you can have a look just quickly at the machine making them. Right, we'll come back to what we're doing here. These buttresses are 4mm, so that's 2 bits of 2mm card. So when you put the thing together, on one little section of retaining wall, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these buttress sections of 2. So that's 16 bits of card you've got to cut out to stick those together. And then you stick them on a piece of 1mm card, which is part of the download. Alright? Now, after that piece there is covered with the paper, okay, which is part of the download. These bits here are longer than they should be, they just need to be cut off. I didn't quite know where to cut them off before I stuck them on. I stuck these on and cut them off afterwards, okay, because you can vary the height. This is what this is for, okay, so that will be cut and stuck afterwards. The original back section, okay, is covered with card. Now that is the 140 gram card, okay, and you can see how that's stuck on there with a little bit of a bow at the back. Alright, and then this section here is glued on to the back section to make the arched retaining wall. So as you can see, having a 3D printer on that was very, very helpful indeed. Talking of 3D printers, again, I sat down and made this one, a little box. If you can remember, on the last layout we had, it was controlled by a PWM pulse width pulse width modulator. Okay, so the pulse width modulator is inside there. Okay, that silver knob is the on, off and speed control. The switch on the front is off, forward, off, reverse, off. Okay, so this little box here that I made is going to enable me, with a long enough lead, to be able to use it as I can move around with it, you know what I mean? I can walk around. I'm going to make 2 of these, one for this side of the railway, and as I showed you last week, we got the other side. I'll make another one for that as well. So a handheld controller, no less, for about 10 quid. So, well, less than 10 quid. The cable I'm going to have to find. At the moment I haven't got the right one because it's only like 2 wires, okay? So it's going to have to be a 4-wire cable coming out of here. 2 of the wires will go to the transformer, okay? And the other 2 wires will go to the track, because this is a DC layout. It is not a DCC layout. Okay, so that I didn't think was too bad actually. And another thing that I said I was going to show you last week are the design books which I've taken the railway design, this design from. Okay, so this is the, they're all by Pico, okay, Railway Modeller Book of 60 plans for small locations, track plans for various locations, and then 60 plans for small railways. And they're all written by Cyril Freezer, and It says here the plans for small railways, over 2,000 copies sold since 1958. Right, so when you open these up, for instance this one, this will give you a list of what is available. Oh, that's not back to front. Sometimes it comes out back to front, doesn't it? Anyway, 6x4, extending 6x4, 8x4, the garden shed, narrow gauge, fiddle yards, portable layouts, classic L, country termini, town termini, and do it yourself. Okay, so that's the kind of thing you'll get in there. All right, an idea, another idea, another idea. It's pretty good, quite nice. And out of the 3 books, if you search, well, I don't think they're in print anymore, but I think you can probably find them on the internet, can't you? Second hand. I mean, they're only 75p to begin with, say, I don't know, 50p. Unless they're collector's items, of course, in which case they'll be £22.50. You never know on eBay, do you? Right, so this is what we're taking, the first one here, this side, I've taken out of the book, and then on the other side we're going to have a kind of like I shall take a plan out of the fill yard section and have a look, because it's going to be a lot of fiddling about really, I suppose, with buildings and what are they now? Oh dear, businesses, you know what I mean, don't you? Factories and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, over that side. So we'll have lots of points and lots of track. And right, I've started building some shelves for this room, and I'll just turn you around and show you those. There you go, look at that. Can you see those shelf brackets? Yeah, these shelf brackets there. I made those on that piece of kit there. I thought, oh, I'm not going to go down to the blooming DIY shop. Why should I? So I found a design and I printed 3 of the shelf supports, they call them, don't they? Shelf supports. Printed those out. Brilliant, brilliant. Anyway, it's given us a bit, it's cleared a bit of the space down here. All right. I know it's beginning to fill up again, but it was absolutely full of buildings before, wasn't it? We've only got sort of like a couple of buildings there. All the rest are in boxes. I've got hundreds of blooming things. But this section here is where ignore the railway station, that's not going to stay there. But we'll cover it with that corky stuff which is there, and start designing that. And then the train, the railway itself, will come across this gap where the printer is now. That will go, obviously. And it'll come across that gap there, which I'm panning across, onto that bit of railway there, where I have a what do they call it? A curved rail coming there, so that it goes off here across the viaduct. Yes, a bit of viaduct. Then I think we'll have a split halfway, obviously, of some sort, so that we can control. So this section is isolated from that section, and we can control it separately. That would be rather nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. And next week, I think possibly, we might be able to have a look and see what we've done with the track. I keep changing my mind. It's a waste of time showing you something which is going to change. So yeah, I'll bid goodbye and hope to see you soon. Ooh. What have we got? Oof, all sorts of rubbish. Look at that, look at that. Oh, and a buffer stop at the end. Stop everything falling off, innit, eh? Okay. Cheers for now, bye.